Hi and welcome. So today we're going to do more stuffs with Framer, and in this case we're going to create another mini games called Bartender. So basically this games allows you later to select all of this flavor and then the water, and then we can refill the water, and the watercolor will adapt to every options that we selected on the flavor. So it may sound simple, but indeed it can help you to understand the complexity under the hood about the code in Framer itself. And of course today we're going to implement again things like animate, state, and this time we're also going to use another feature called clip. So let's begin. So in this case, we're going to focus on the design section first. So as you can see, here's the design. The name of the layer or the canvas here is called Screen A. You can basically rename it to whatever you want. And this has a dark background. You may use this or make the same as what I did, but also you can create your own creation, which is awesome, I guess. So yep, there you go. We got the text select your flavor, and this is called the menu, and this is the flavors that will be selected later and adapt to the change or transformation of the animation of the water that we're going to refill. So by the way, as you can see on the intro animation, on the intro sections just now, we can refill by tapping each glasses here. But of course, you may be asking, how do I create a shape that looks like filling another shape without having its layer shown to the public? If you see on the intro video, when I tap each glasses after I tap each flavor that I want to, the color of the water adapts to the flavors, right? And how do I do that? So basically first, let's do it step by step. I want you to design something similar like this. You can use shape again on the left side menu, which is indeed very simple, or you can use your own creation. So as you can see, I created the same shape, probably a bit more shorter, but indeed this shape called water 1 will later fill the glass 1, and also it applies the same to the other two glasses. Now I want you to create another shape or something similar like this, and you can rename it to everything. And don't forget that this water 1 shape is located as a child to glass 1. So as you can see the indentations of the layer on the design section between both objects, glass 1 is the parent to water 1. Glass 2 is the parent to water 2. As you can see, we also clip the objects here to basically hidden or like masking. And also it also applies the same to glass 3 and water 3. So now I want you to select both of these objects, the parents and the child, and right click on the mouse and do clip. So it's very simple, and all you need to do is like this. There you go. Pretty simple. It disappears now. Don't panic, okay? Now the second stage is you need to add target name to the water as well, because later you will connect the event on tap to the glass, to each glasses here, to each water. Okay, so here we are on the code section again. Again, if you're feeling a bit compelled, please check out the other previous videos before this one. It's right on the corner. Okay, so let's continue. So as the mechanics that we already explained on the design here, first we want that the water to be able to appear filling up the glass when we tap it. So what do we need is that we need the glass 1 here, and then we also need the event like on tap in this case, and a chevron. Okay, so we need class 1 on tap to create an event that will reappearing the water. Okay, so now we want to add the water, right? So let's do the animation. So water 1 dot animate, and then there you go. Now we just want the water to change its Y position. Okay, so probably we add just Y here, and let's say we're going to 10. Alright, so now we also add the curve here. So basically curve that I already made in previous videos as well is about how you create a transition between each object that already got the interaction from other objects. So let's go with Bezier here, and then we click dot. There are several options like ease out, ease in out, and ease in, and we want to use ease in out. Oops. Okay. The explanation is down below. You may pause the video and read the explanation first before we continue. Okay, there you go. Nice, and I think this is okay. So let's see. When we tap class 1, there, we have the water filling up the glasses. So we also want to do with the second class and the third class. Okay, let's try. Cool, it works. Now I have something special for you. So let's Command R to reset the simulation, and then let's do delay here. So I'm gonna go with options, and we're going to go with delay here. There you go. So delay means the delay of the animation. Let's say 0.5. So let's see when you click it, it got delay for a while, you know. Let's reset it and see. Okay, so this one's got a bit delayed. I think it's pretty cool because it adds more intuitive workflow. You know, you always need to try new things and combine each things you've learned to create something cool. Okay. Alright, it works cool, right? Now this one's working. So when we do tap each glasses to refill, it is refilling. Okay, but here's the case. What we want in the beginning is that we can select each of this menu and we can refill each of these glasses with new water with new flavor, right? So what should we do then? I have an idea in this case. First, we want to set up the mechanics for the water to be able to be refilled, so that when we tap it, it comes up, and when we tap it again, it comes down. So let's do that. So to do the mechanics, I think the best way to do is to create the beginning of an event and the end of an event. So here's the thing. Let's try something like this. So glass on tap here means when we tap the glass only. But when we tap it, it doesn't do anything because it's already set the properties here. It's already put the Y position on 10 integer within the curve of ease in out within Bezier here, and the delay 0.5. So nothing happens, and of course this also happens to the other two. When we click anything here, nothing happens, so the animation seems done. But to control and to add more intuitive workflow, we want to do something new here. Let's try here. So glass 1 on tap, and there you go. You get on tap start and on tap end. So basically this two will be able to add more controllable animation state to you. So when we click on tap start, oops, I think we should do this. Okay, it means when we begin the event here, there, the animation of water 1, the first state of animation here, appears. So now to end this, let's say I'm gonna go with glass 1 on tap. Oops, okay, on tap end. Let's say something like that. So what does happen here? We can actually add water 1 dot animate again, and then simply put an indentation to, let's say, 100. See? Now you can do refill by tapping the water. I know, there are other ways to do this. You can also use state as well and do the state cycle, but let's do it step by step so you'll know how it works. Okay, so now the difference between the other two classes is that when we single-handedly tap these classes, it automatically shows the water, but when we tap this one, we can do the same thing as the other two, but if we tap it again, see, the glass is empty, which means when glass on tap N, water will be animating the Y back to 100. Okay, it seems clear to you, right? So let's do the same thing as the other two. There you go, we can do that, and when we tap it again, the glass is empty. Very nice. So of course there are other ways to do this, and I know you know it. Some of you are probably feeling like, hey, there's another way to do this. That's okay. We're going to do many things here, many possibilities. So now when we read the syntax, you understand it. When we tap this, what happens to the animation, and when we untap this, what happens to the animation as well. So I hope whether you create the same object as I'm or different object as well, it's basically have the same principle. Okay, so another step of our sketch, of our idea, is finished. We create the glass is able to be refilled, but now we want the water to change its color based on the flavor that we select. Okay, so for example, if we select orange, then it will turn to orange color, and etc. So what to do? Of course, let's just hit enter here. I know some of you may be okay, let's just group this. For the sake of this tutorial, I will try to write everything first and then explain to you, and later we'll group it. Okay, sounds about right. So now let's see, we have also add a name target for each flavors here: orange, melon, banana, apple, guava, and grape. So what to do then with this? My idea here is that we're creating a state. So the state, when this is click, and then the glass will do something, and of course including the water animation that later we can add a custom background color. So let's do by adding the state first. Okay, so if you forget or probably unfamiliar with states, please check the video on the corner here. I have a suggestion video for you to learn first about states before getting on this one. Alright, let's do. First is orange, right? So orange dot states, let's say the name of the states to select it, which is much more easier to understand. Alright, orange state selected. What happens? Alright, we want the orange opacity to 100 because this seems to look dark to you right now, and to me as well. So let's go to design section first and check it out. What's the current opacity? Oh, it's 25. Okay, so let's say opacity goes to 100. Okay, there you go. We finished creating each states and calling the states within the event of OnTap for each flavors here. There you go, and you're gonna select it all and command return. There. So every time we tap it, we can only see the states. So it's clean, manageable, and readable. So okay, let's continue to do our work. So now the condition is that we can refill the water and we can click the flavor. Now it's just like what we wanted to, but it's not sync up between these two, right? So what should we do then? Let's say when we tap the orange, we want to tap the glass and the water will change to orange color. So I think that we need to do is to add the event from each glasses here and each animation and the property values inside of each glasses here under the event of orange here. Okay, let's see. Orange on tap. Okay, so there we go. We got orange dot on tap, melon on tap, banana on tap, and the rest. So I think we should add the code inside the orange here. So again, let's do the right click and unfold. And we're just going to fold this one for now. Okay, so let's copy all of this code, which is class on tap start, on tap and each inside of this code. So now we're going to do for the orange. Now let's test it out. When we didn't click orange, nothing happens, right? But after we click orange, we can basically again refill our water, and we can also empty our water itself. Very cool. Nice. So next what we need to do is to add or change the background color animation from each water, right? So simply put the properties to background color, and then we're going to check out the hex code right over here, which is this is what we wanted to, or you can basically select this or automatically on the color palettes down below and copy this. Alright, after that we go to code sections and then we copy the hex code to the background color. Again, when we haven't selected the flavor, we can't click any of the glass. We can't refill it as well. So when we tap orange and we click it, boom, it's changed to orange. Cool. But the other two seems not yet quite right, you know. So simple. We just copy each background color properties. Just copy here and add to other water animation. Just paste here. Oops. Alright. This one as well. Alright. Nice. So now let's check it out. Orange. Tap it up. Cool. And when we tap it again, it refills. This is what we wanted, ladies and gentlemen. And now for the better user experience, let's add some sound here. Okay, so simply go to the snippet here. We want to add the sound when the water is filling up, right? Which means that when the water is animating, we want to add the color here. So of course, let's go to snippet here and then go to sound and then go to let's say which one? Maybe success 2. It's quite right here. Okay, where is it? Oh, it's down below. Alright, let's just cut this and put it right over here. So enter this and let's try click this. Hey, it's working, but it's not working for the other two. So okay, let's just add the same thing here, which is the sound, to the other two. Very nice. It all works perfectly. And when we tap it again, cool. That's just what we wanted. So I think everything settles up here for orange. So yeah, we can group it finally. But of course, we want to copy all of this before we group it, and then again now we group it again. Okay, there you go. So this only works to see how the orange code, right? Now we want to do the same thing as melon, banana, apple, guava, and grape. But interestingly is we just only need to change orange to melon, this one as well to melon or other flavors here, and the background color. That's all that we need to do. Very easy. So let's do for each one of them. So I would like to test it right now. Orange. Okay, it's working. Now let's see. Let's refill it again to melon. Melon. Okay, that's also working. Okay, it's working perfectly, just like what we planned before. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to this channel to support the channel as well. And if you dislike it, thank you so much. So that's all about today's tutorial. I hope it helps, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day in practice. Bye bye.